This week on the 100K Footy Show for round 10, we try and, as always, try and turn $10 into $100,000. Betting on the footy, 25 legs. Jev, what do we have?
We got Morgs' mailbag, a nice new segment, and we are bringing back the 10K Punters Club. Yes, it is back for round 10. We cannot wait.
You don't want to miss out on it. Now, we do have the code in there. Also, the Ramble's back, Jev. The Ramble's back at the end of the pod.
And it's a 100K Cup week. Swans versus Carlton. The biggest game of the year at 100K HQ.
Don't want to miss out. So pricey. Welcome back to the show that's more up and about than the Bombers. Welcome back to the show that thinks, I need a HIA test. Welcome back to the show that thinks Jev is finally retiring from footy after he broke his foot in the thirds on the weekend. Welcome back to the show that thinks Morgs is just bigger and badder and better than everyone in a food challenge. Welcome back to the show that brings you the pyramid, the tiers, the stock market, and the fact that Hipwood needs to add Greek yogurt to the middle of his hips. Welcome back to the Hawks and the Wizards for turning up. And also welcome back to us who have our second annual 100K Footy Cup. Welcome back, boys, where we get 25 of the best legs, punting on the footy, put a nice crisp $10 on it to try and win $100,000. Jev, how are you?
Yes, fantastic introduction, mate. Thank God you're dressed as Nick Watson. You promised if you kicked you, you'd come as Nick Watson. What does a dildo and tofu have in common?
What's that?
They're both meat substitutes.
Well done. Well,
Lewis, how are you, brother?
done.
You are due a ripper next week. You are due.
right.
That's a
not
good
too bad.
joke.
Hey, what a week in footy, though. Unbelievable. Another fucking draw. Can you believe we've had that many draws? We had 2 ties in 3 weeks, Dars, which reminds me a little bit like your schoolies.
Well done.
I just, before I go anywhere, I just want to give a massive shout out. I want to do this for a couple of weeks and I keep forgetting, but a massive a massive shout out to our Discord, Dars. It's been unbelievable. Especially you were huge last week, a couple of $3 winners. Would you have 4 $3 winners?
4 $3 winners. So
let's profit.
Yeah, so if you go 3, we're even. 4, we're dancing. 5, we're
4 were profit, 5 were dancing, 6 were
69. And
So, it's unbelievable. The NRL, like the blokes, they're just flinging multis around. So
They're
a massive
sharks.
shout out to the Discord, all the patrons. If you do want to get involved, it's only $2 a week. So you get the same game multi links for every game because we can't put it on the feed. A lot of people ask us that, and entry into the Discord. So no pressure, but massive shout out.
And I just want to say, if you are watching this show on YouTube right now,
yes.
take a photo of the screen,
Yes.
chuck it on your Insta story and tag us, and we will reshare it. Be a friend, tell a friend. We want to grow the show. We want more listeners. We want new listeners. We want and more subscribers. Help us grow. So if you watch it on YouTube, send it to your friend. Tags on Insta. We'll reshare your posts on our Insta. We absolutely love all of you watching, so we appreciate it all.
I just want to say, I just buggered up your intro. I just missed the line. I couldn't re-find it, but I just wanted to say, I said, welcome back to Morgs that just completed the reverse 40-hour famine. So, because you've been eating for the last 40 hours. So I just really wanted to get that in there. So I thought it was good. All right, boys, we got a few things to get through. So if you are new to the show, we always go through over last week's multi. Good legs, bad legs. So we had 18 out of 25 legs. We're running at 72%. Let's run over the stiff legs, boys. Jev, what did you have?
I was definitely the worst of the three of us. Finn Callahan for 20, the local produce. He's been on fire. Only had 13. Bit of a shocker. Bit of an ass kicking by the Bombers midfield. The Giants don't like Marvel Stadium, Dust. Carlton gave him a bit of a touch up there as well. Binger anytime. Brent Daniels, Kingy anytime. Usually loves kicking a snag against the Bombers. Noah Anderson 25, only had 22, and Harley Reid, the kid for a snag, didn't kick a snag against the Pies. Lou took a nice mark though. Lou,
He'll look to bounce back. Only the one stiff legs for me. Us had a pretty good week. Just Mark the Wombat Keen for 15. He only had the 12.
Prime time as well. It was a cracking game.
It was a cracking game. Probably just didn't step into the furnace enough. Big Keen.
No, he didn't. Head over the onion, head inside the casserole. Boys, my 3 legs, Lockie Whitfield for 25. He's out of the multi from now on. Like
getting tagged.
He just needs to get some more touches. Rao for 20 up there, Jev. Just couldn't get there at $1.35.
Really?
And we had the big white whale. 1 goal, $5.50. There was a couple of the other midfield, McCluggage and Dunkley actually went forward and kicked a goal. So I feel we're on the right path with those areas.
I think.
Yeah, 100%. Like it's somewhere around there, or at least if he had a shot, he didn't. But the other midfielders were kicking goals. Boys, good legs. This is what we always love to hear. What was the cash?
Marcus Bontempelli for 25. Marcus Bontempelli for a goal.
It's awesome.
Isaac Ranger for 2. He was his first week in the pyramid, and how fucking good was he? Soligo 25 was my favourite value leg of the week, $1.85, and he got there. And Josh Dunkley for 20. Lou.
I reckon Kingy might be watching the pyramid too. He said yesterday he might be the best player in the comp in 2 weeks.
Yeah.
So
Wow.
might be watching the pyramid.
Jeff actually did say that he would be saying this on the first crack.
You are in sync with the king,
I
man,
am
aren't
in
you?
sync with the king.
Good legs. Andy McGrath, the choir boy, had him at 20. Just that he had 24. He might feature again. We might be singing again too. Jack McRae, I just asked for 20 for him. He got 24. Paul Curtis, our man, kicked one.
He's
Jesus
a good-
lively.
he's a
Probably
good
should have
legs.
kicked two. The one at half time, which
the
so
silent
easily
one.
could have kicked
Of
two.
course.
The Sivlaki for one. Nick Larkey, that is. Nick Dacos, 25 and 1 club. We asked him for. He had 36 and 1, so he got that
He had a
easy.
good game.
And then Tex Walker, the silver side, just for 2. Didn't look good early. He didn't have a kick till about the 70-minute mark, and then kicked too late.
They're
Went
great
bang.
legs, Lou. Great
100%.
legs. Well
My good
done.
legs. Jesse Hogan for 2. That's about all he did for the day because he did get shut down. Trelaw for 25. We've been calling for some big touches. End up having 40. Which was
that was a good
625, which we thought that was probably still a bit short, but it actually did hit. He almost kicked goal of the year. Naughtiness for 2. That was $1.56. Bobby for 2. Dawson for 25 and Neil for 25.
Yeah, good
So
betting.
I feel we're on the right path of where we're going now. Speaking of punting, this has been something that all the fans have wanted to come back. We're very reluctant because we got a bit gun shy from it. Like when you're trying to do this and we got so close, we got 1 touch off, 2 touch off, 2 legs off, but only a touch each. And we're just, we're sorry guys. Like we're trying here. But Jev, we've had so many messages about this. What are we bringing back for the new fans? How do they get involved? And what is this?
The 10K Punters Club is back. Yes. The 10K Punters Club. So what it is we have set up our own Bet With Mates. Bet With Mates called the 10K Punters Club. The code
Good name.
is, Morgs will put it on the screen, Y7Z8CR. It costs $10 to join. There's only 100 spots. And the multi has to win 10K.
Yep.
So if there's
Yes.
100 people in there, that's $1,000 to bet with. It's a 10-to-1 multi to
Yep.
win 10K. If there's only 30 people in there,
Yep.
that's only 300 to bet with. It's going to be about a 30-to-1 multi.
Yeah.
We were 1 touch away a couple of years ago. We've been 1 touch away before. It's gonna start Saturday, and it is so much fun to be a part of. So $10. If you absolutely adore a leg, set it as your name in the group.
That's what
If
we're
you
gonna
just
go
think,
off.
If you think a leg is just cash, like we've got some legs coming up that are just cash.
All Curtis.
Set it as your name in the group. It's going to be the 10K Punters Club is back. I cannot wait. It is so much fun to ride this with everyone that joins. $10 entry. Chuck yourself in, and we'll post this on our Insta and everything in case you missed it.
Love it, Jeff. Big final. Can't wait.
Can't believe it.
What are your thoughts on this hat, by the way? Trying to sort of work into it.
Yeah, it's it's not bad.
It's good.
No, happy to have the 10K.
W stands for wins.
Big final.
So tell us about the chromosome Nick Watson jersey you're wearing.
Yeah, well, the Wiz kicked 2. He said he was going to come on the pod. Once he finally figures out who we are, he has a lot of DMs there from me. So hopefully, eventually, he finally gets back and we get him on the pod.
One of the poorest delivering
Half-ass.
Yeah, it's average.
for the grey skivvy underneath.
I was cold.
Trackies, a hat.
I'll give us Regal.
Oh,
Das, big final, obviously. Stock market. We got stock market back.
No stock market this week, Morgs and Jev, but I do want to say the best futures bet in the AFL is currently still on the board. I'm talking about Zach Butters to win the Brownlow at $15 to 1, boys. This is why we missed out on Dacos. We said that he went out to 15, and he's coming up like a bullet. Every single time these players get a couple of good matchups, a couple of best ons, they're just going to price rocket all the way up. So at the moment, with Rosie out on the side, he was close to best on last week, and he's close to best on almost every week. I don't think he's getting the recognition that he deserves. Right now at 15 to 1, do not be surprised when he gets to Brownlow, where are we, week 10? At this stage, he's inside the top 4. So I think this is an unbelievable price. This is one of the best prices at the moment. He's a gun. He puts his head over the furnace. Absolutely love the way he plays. And as well, the run and carry of any sort of player catches the eyes of the umpires, I feel. He's taken the most bounces in the AFL, and now that he's starting to kick some goals, if he can convert just a little bit more, put that scoreboard pressure on. They've got the Hawks this week. If he can kick another goal, watch out, Brownlow votes. This is the best time to buy Zach Butters. Just want to make sure you guys know that.
Also,
Love
yeah,
it.
Das, on top of that, 15 to 1 right now. The Hawks at home and then North Melbourne away.
Yep.
If that is 6
Yes,
Brownlow
there it
votes,
is.
you will never get 15 to 1 again.
No.
You will not get 15 to 1 again. It's time to buy.
Beautiful.
Love it, Das.
Also, we will be getting into another white whale this week as well, boys. There is.
They're right well in this multi.
There is. So that means we have an unbelievably huge leg inside the last game that we can't wait to get into. Now, for those guys, we do not, before we get into the 100K, we do not involve the Thursday and Friday night games, just so you guys get enough time to listen. We can edit it, we can get it out. But we will be going over those games at the very end inside the ramble. You guys do not want to miss out the ramble. So once we get through the 100K, this is where we ramble on some legs. But I do want to mention, guys, just something on the Sydney Carlton one, because we'll get into the ramble at the end. But this is the second annual official 100K Cup. Obviously, myself and Luke, Morgs, massive Carlton fans. Jev, he's the big Swan snuffy. So last year we went to the final, big final. Obviously, the Blues got up. Now, I just want to put on the table, because I feel that as punters, handshake betters, pay your debts.
Sure.
So, Jev, I just want to put this on the line with you right now. I owe you 4 bottles of cheap Point Noit.
Yes.
I do, which I haven't paid up yet. You owe an ear piercing.
Correct.
Pinot Noir for those that...
Yeah, Pinot Noir. Point Noit. How about we go double or nothing right now? It's either if the Swans win, you get 8 bottles of wine, or if the Blues win, we're getting a double ear piercing.
Both ears or 2 in the one ear?
Or a tragus. That little one. No. Pretty sure it's
Or you just get one in the nose.
No, not one.
your bull ring, is it?
Yeah.
No, I
Cock
can't
ring.
do that.
Or a cock ring.
No, I'll go double or nothing.
You go double or nothing?
No.
Yeah. This is a good handshake
If I'm getting
bet.
it pierced, I might as well get it fucking pierced twice.
100%.
A double, one in either ear would be awesome. So this will be, we'll be
great.
doing something on Friday night. Then we're going to be watching it from here. I reckon if we can, if it's close, can we just decide to fire up the last quarter and maybe just go live on YouTube or something?
Well, give us some ideas. Do we go live? Do we film us? Do we do like a Barstool Sports type thing and do like do we film us watching the last quarter? Do we do some commentary? Do we tell a couple of gags?
I'd love to do some
Do
commentary.
you guys want to see Morgs eat his dinner? He annihilates food.
You won't need long.
Yeah, what do you guys want to see from us?
Yeah, let us know. Give us a couple of ideas. Otherwise, we'll just eat and watch the footy and have
I
a
just
couple of
think
beers.
they always get to see our perspective of the game after the game, but actually seeing what we're thinking while the game is on, I think would be some good intel.
I think the only other thing is we may be overestimating how many people give a fuck. So I'm not sure. Let's have a look.
No one will watch that.
If you want us to go live, we will go live. All right, guys, let's go. We're going to get into it. The 100K multi starts right now. So the first game, we are looking at Collingwood and Adelaide, Jev. Last couple of times they've played the MCG, it has been a cracking match. Think it's meant to be good weather as well. So absolutely love a lot of legs in this game. But we want to get off to a few green ticks, Jev. What are you looking at?
I'm just taking Jordan Dawson for 20 at $1.10. Did anyone watch Jordan Dawson's fourth quarter on the weekend? It was unfucking believable. 10 coaches' votes. I'm only going to take him for 20 at $1.10. Look, it's the first game of the weekend. We just want to get away with ticks.
Yeah,
we just want green ticks, no X's. But he's fucking back. He's averaged 27 his last 4 games. He played the Pies twice last year. He had 35 and 30 in those 2 heartbreaking losses. Pretty sure they lost by 2 points both games against the Pies last year.
Yep.
I remember they choked at home and then they should have won away. So just Jordan Dawson, the skip for 20. He's back. He's back to pyramid form.
Yeah, well done.
I'm super excited. So let's get off to a green tick. Dawson for 20. Lou.
Love it. You said on the Sunday roast, Das, that the Pies are well and truly back in the premiership race. And I'm happy for Collingwood fans. Das, what do you call a 30-year-old woman in a Collingwood jumper?
What's that?
Nana.
Yeah. All right, boys. This bloke doesn't need an alarm. He can hear the sun come up. This bloke can hear an ant fart. I'm talking about the man that can hear the sound of silence. Taylor Walker for 1 goal at $1.17. I love what he's doing, boys. He kicked 5 last time at the MCG. The taxi doors, the wing nut. He could hang a bucket off either side, and this man could still run through and kick you 5. Absolutely love Taylor Walker, Jev. Big final. We love it. Yes.
He could hear a beetle queef, you reckon?
Yeah, that's the one I was thinking of. I looked everywhere for it. Fuck. I was looking everywhere. Well done, Jev. I'm glad that got out.
Part's not too bad.
Yeah, that's beetle queef is so much funnier. Any other legs?
Nah, nothing
That's
for
it
me.
for
Let's
me,
get
mate.
off to 2
Yeah,
green ticks.
Dawson.
Dawson, Tex,
Yeah.
ticks.
Beautiful. All right, next game, boys. We're going to get into it.
That's the first X.
This is one of the best new rivalries. You could say it's probably the newest and best rivalry. Giants-Dogs. These two have had since that prelim final really good matchups. Both teams, they always seem to be a cracking game. So a lot of good markets, but not sure how much we're going to look into because it's still early on the multi. Jev, who do you like?
I have to take Tom Green for 25 at $1.13.
You have to.
He broke his damn ankle a couple of weeks ago, and I thought I'd have to throw my Brownlow ticket in the bin. I'm like, he snapped his ankle. Season over. Brownlow done. Then he came back and had 34 against the Bombers on the weekend on a broken damn ankle. I mean, it's obviously not broken. But his last 4 weeks, he's had 34, 3 when he hurt himself, 37 and 30.
Fuck.
He's actually on fire.
He's a ball magnet.
He's played the Dogs 4 times in his career. He's averaging 30 touches against them. And then last year, round 8 against the Dogs, he had 38 touches and kicked 3 goals against them.
That's right.
38 and 3 against the Dogs.
Stop it.
So 25 at $1.13. I have to take that.
For sure.
And I don't think he's going to get a Brownlow vote against the Bombers when they lost on the weekend. 34 touches. He was Giants' best player, but I'm going to give him none.
Nah.
Because I reckon he's getting 3 this weekend.
I think say, seeing some of the other ones we've given like maybe an extra point.
half in.
Yeah.
I could ride 0.5 there because he might sneak in for 1, but we'll just leave it.
Yeah, save some room. You can
Save
always
some
add
room.
3. Yeah,
Morgs.
I couldn't scrape a leg in dust to the actual game, but you might have seen last week the Aurora Australis dust.
Yes.
You saw the Northern Lights sort of. Yeah, in case you were wondering what caused that, it's actually Sam Darcy's start to the year. It's sort of lit up Australia.
Yes.
Kicked 4 last week in the drumming of Richmond. He's kicked 1 in each of his last 5. Wasn't able to scrape him in. I want him for any time, Jev, but we talked Saturday leg. Probably you can't work it. But what I wanted to find out from you both, $8 for a rising star price.
I love it.
So Harley Reid's $1.30, which is fucking short. And we talk about the Brownlow, like Heaney, 250 into 450. Butters 15. He's going to come in. Is $8 too good to say no to? Just a little lick.
If he keeps going, keeps kicking goals, the way that he's doing it, it's...
And he does it different. He's taking contested marks.
Yeah.
He's kicking snags, like completely different to Harley Reid and McKercher and stuff.
Isn't it
I
weird?
love that. A buy now stock market.
Gotta have a look at
Like,
it.
isn't it weird how much
Market.
tougher he's playing than Max King?
Yes.
Like, that. Why isn't Max King doing this?
Oh, don't get me started on
maybe,
breast
he's,
milk.
maybe he's getting third fiddle. I don't know. But either way, it's been super impressive.
So you have a look at $8.
So,
Yeah,
yeah,
love that.
have a look at that for a future bet. Boys, I'll be taking the local carrot, the torch, the fireball, the red rocket, the flame crotch, Ed Richards for 20 touches. $1.25 has been unbelievable with Libba out of the side. He had 34 last week, and Kingy described him as a more polished McRae.
Yeah.
Yeah, be cool.
That is exactly what he is, and he seems
And
to be
just a
doing
pure
it, yeah,
midfielder.
just a lot better at the moment. So I absolutely love this league, and if he continues to be on, like, he should just be starting in their midfield every week. So if you're looking $1.25, he won't be playing his normal half back, so he's getting around the ball. Great ball user. So I just think this is a super leg.
20 touches. We like 20. 20's easy to
20's
get in
nice.
mid. He's probably keeping Riley Sanders out of his spot.
Yeah. Do you have any others?
No other legs for me.
No others?
Nothing for me.
So, look, surprised Harms actually didn't get in, boys, because he kicked 4 last week.
27 touches.
And now it's time for the most lucrative segment in all of sports.
Oh, Golden.
Gold Rush.
It was fucking awesome. This is actually probably our best fucking gold rush of the year, Dust. I'm not even
Really?
kidding. I swear to God, wait till you hear it. Start with the disposals, 20 disposals. James O'Donnell had 21, could have got $13. Aaron Norton had 20. Big naughtiness.
20 and 4.
Oh, yeah, 4 and 20. I forgot to say.
Unbelievable. 20, 875. And then Guinea had 20 as well. He
Nice,
pays
Guinea.
850. On to 25. So our man James Harms had 14. He could have got for 25. And then Alex Witherden. 31 disposals, he had $9.
Wow.
Into 30 takes me in. 31 to 19, he could have got for 30 disposals. Alex Witherden. Jared Berry had 30, could have got 12. And then your man Ed Richards had 12. On to goals. This is what really gets me excited. Brandon Walker just for $1, $8.
I would not know who.
Freo.
Josh Battle for $8. Jake Lloyd kicked $8.
nice.
On to 2. Kane Farrell kicked 2. Could have got 15 to 1.
Yeah.
Josh Battle, as I just said, for 1 was 8. 2 was 15. That's awesome.
He kicked 2.
2. He probably has to kick 2 in his life.
Because he's not playing for St Kilda next year, apparently.
Maybe one to
Looking
watch.
forward.
Maybe one to watch. On to the 4. So we've got a couple of a double up here. Chris Matraka, he was electric against the Blues. Does 51 to 1.
51 to 1 for 4.
Jimmy
That was awesome.
Harms 51 to 1. Willie Rioli, this is one to watch again because he's going to kick 4 again. 34 you could have got for Willie Rioli. Will Hayward, fucking
Back-to-back weeks, kick 4.
$17 for 4, and then Big Darcy Fogarty kicked 4, $12.50. But our best of the year, I think this takes the cake. $81 you could have got Christian Petrarca
Oh,
to
God,
kick
he was
5.
good.
Bang.
Watch him up forward. I tell you what, if you're gonna have a white whale, I don't. Oh Jesus, that's the best segment in sports.
Well done. So
bets
those are
we
the best
weren't on.
bets we weren't on, but we wish we were.
Great
Fucking
league.
great
Great
segment.
stuff.
Petrarca for 5. Fuck.
81 to 1. I think that's our biggest.
Yeah, what's his name?
It's been
Jake
100.
Waterman when he kicked 5.
Waitman was 91, and Waterman was 101 to 1.
Did they feature in Gold Rush? Probably. What a
100%.
segment.
Hey, good segment.
Big
All right,
final.
we're on to the next game, the Ross Lyon Cup, Saints and Freo. So I believe looking at this, Freo are underdogs. Interesting. Jev, any legs in this one?
Will St Kilda win a second premiership in 100 years? All right, I flirted with this take on the Sunday roast, but I'm going to do it again on our flagship show. If I set the over-under line at 0.5 premierships from now until 2066, and you had to bet an amount of money that meant something to you, a substantial amount of money that would really hurt if you lost it, would you take the over or the under on St Kilda winning a premiership, their second premiership, before 2066? Lou?
Gun to my head, I'm taking the under.
I'm taking the under 100%.
I'm taking the under as well. Will they go 100 years without a premiership and this cursed club continue? Or will they break through before 2066? Let us know in the comments, but...
They're poor fans.
It's
fucked.
The video before, so we just looked at it. There's a Saints supporter. It's Ben McAvoy, got drafted 9 when they could have taken Dangerfield. He was there. He got drafted at 10. Then they obviously Bont was at 4. They took Billings at 3. Then there was Hunter Clark, Nick Caulfield, and then Aaron Norton just under that.
And then Paddy McCartan, Christian Petrarca.
Yeah, there's your 4 drafts that just they just eat you alive when you start thinking about it.
Fans.
But give me Caleb Sarong 25 touches at $1 diddly squad.
Cash.
It's 95% his last 20 AFL games. The last time he missed, he had 24 against the Blues round 17. If you take that one possession loss out, he's had 23 games in a row. He's 100% this season in 2024. He had 25 at halftime against the Swans on the weekend, and he painted an absolute midfield clearance masterclass. It was a painting what he was doing. He's so smooth around stoppages. So 25, I don't care that it's short. It should be a green tick. Keep us moving. Luke.
Oh, the Saints stars. They're harder to watch than the bounce at the minute. It's a bad product to watch. I'm not sure if you've heard the new TV show that Channel 10 are conjuring up, Jeff. Ross Lyon will be starring in it. This list stinks. Get me out of here.
Really nice.
It's really bad at the Saints. I just couldn't find a leg. I don't know what to look at. The Sarong. I like Jeremy Sharp. That's one for the weed star. So this didn't get in the multi, but for the personals. Anytime snag $2.2. He kicked 2 goals 2 against Swam last week. He's lively as a midweek weight, this bloke. He kicked 1 the week before that. $2.2 in your personals.
So
build that
Jeremy
around.
Sharp anytime.
Jeremy Sharp in the weeds. And tune into Ross Lyons' new show.
Surprised you didn't get Josh Treacy in there this week, actually.
Yeah, just too short. He's in too good a form, old Pizza Hut.
What did he
1
pay
2
for a
1
single?
$1.17 for 2, I think. Or
Wow.
yeah, something
He's
real
a good
short.
player.
Speaking of shows, bad form, what about the midweek tackle that's on twice a week?
That pongs.
If you can tell me 2 of the people that are on the panel, I know Jay-Z Clark, they're literally just pulling guys off the street.
We should start the midweek tickle.
That show stinks.
Yeah, it does.
But maybe we stink.
Get us on KO. We'd be awesome, I reckon.
Chaos.
Yeah, unchaos. Boys, I won't be taking a leg in this game. I just like Sarong. He's death taxes. Absolutely love him. Boys, next game.
Yes.
We will be going back up to the Gabatoir where I think the Lions are ready to put down an absolute ass whooping. The old Richmond, pull your pants down, fist up your ass.
Shit.
Use them like a fucking puppet. Let's go, boys. Lions, Richmond. Jev, what do you think? What are you looking at?
For the integrity of the show.
Come on.
Thank
and
you.
for my take integrity.
Come on.
I have to take the Brisbane midfielders against the Tigers.
Yep, you do.
Richmond have the worst midfield in the league right now, the worst kids, the worst list situation.
They're good blokes.
And West Coast will win a final before them.
Yep.
And they won't win a final before 2030, the Richmond Tigers. Right. Saying that, give me Lockie Neal 25 at $1.35.
Wow.
Just scraped through for 25 last week, but his last 3 against Richmond, he's had 34, 39 and 31. He's 100% for 25 touches at the Gabba this year. Who's playing on him? Tyler Sonsie?
Yeah,
Probably
Sonsie.
not. Give me Hugh McCluggage for 25
Yeah,
at
more luggage.
$1.35. Another bloke who's had 25 plus 4 weeks in a row, 25 plus the last 5 games against Richmond,
Fuck off.
and 25 plus his last 3 at the Gabba. And give me Josh Dunkley for 20.
Yes.
That is 100% in 2024. That's going to continue against the Tigers. I called it last week. I told you the Dogs midfielders would get off the chain against the Tigers midfield. Trelaw had 40, Bont 32, Richards 34, Bailey Dale 30. So if you take the multi, Neal, Dunkley, McCluggage, all for 30, you're getting 11 to 1.
Yeah, wow.
For 35 touches, you get Neal at $5.30, Hugh at $6, and Dunks at $9.
Oof.
And then go check yourself for 40, but I love Lockie Neal for 40 at 14-1. And maybe Dane Zorko for 40. Remember he got 40 before at 50-1 a couple of weeks ago? You said on Gold Rush. Just go check this out. They are going to torture
I love that.
the Tigers up at the Gabba. So we've got 3 legs. I'm taking all 3 legs in that game. You.
Jeff, I was just going to say, nothing inspires Dunkley more than watching Treloar get touches. So I love that.
He'll probably go for 40 this week.
Yeah. Put that on notice.
I tell you what, we didn't do bangers and clangers today, Dust.
No, we didn't.
But I did have one in the gun, and my clanger was going to be Chris Fagan and the bit of popcorn in his throat at the moment. Did you see the press conference? The lackluster, mediocre that he is performing. It was a bit of a one-sided game, but Southampton flowed, didn't it? Yada yada yada. Like. He was happy to take away the popcorn in his throat. That's my clanger.
Boys, I'll be taking Charlie Cameron for 2 goals at $1.55. This would be like taking a burrito from a man with no arms. Or like the US government taking a passport from a Mexican. I'll tell you what, the Tigers defense, boys, are no good. Brisbane are starting to fire. They don't have a matchup for Charlie. Take me home, country road, to a place I belong. Happy to leave it there, boys. $1.55. And also just
West Virginia.
That's it. Just wanted to give a shout out as well. The Medicos at Brisbane obviously got to hip Jesus. 1 goal, 2. There must have been Greek yogurt, aloe vera oil.
Happy cream.
What's happy cream?
Nappy cream.
They said happy cream. What's that? Just Vaseline. That's good. So anyway, hip Jesus back in the scoreboard, not in the multi. Big final. Is that all our legs for that game?
Yes.
That's it. Yep.
Fantastic. Boys, now we get into the Sunday slate. So we call this cream on cheese. This is just piles of just everything you want, Quattro Formaggio sort style. This is where we get the real big money legs, boys. We're going to start under the lid. The Igloo, Morgs, temperature check, potentially.
Yeah. Oh, it'll be sub-zero.
Sub-zero. Make sure you bring your jacket. Those Dockland airs, it's just, they need a wall there or something, or a couple of split systems. Boys, Essendon, North Melbourne. This is huge. There is some big markets in this game, Jeff. Who do you like?
I'm going to take the Red Dog, Mason Redmond, for 20 touches. I just love the value. $1.62 for 20 is absurd. He's had 26 and 20 his last 2 weeks, but how's his form against North Melbourne?
Tell me.
He's had 24 the last time he played them in round 22 last year. He's had over 24 of the last 5 games against North. And he's had over 100% of his last 5 in the Igloo. I think this is a fantastic 100k leg, and I deserve a small clap from you two. Thanks, fellas. Thanks. Lou, what do you got?
Do I need a crowbar and any extra claps in? But that's awesome.
Good.
Das, give me the 2-meter ass-eating mojito, the 3-legged Tuesday night Mexican fajita, the fat-cocked Lopez shagging Derek Jeter, Peter Wright for 2.
Yes.
$1.53. Played an unbelievably unselfish role last week, taking Sam Taylor up the ground.
Took Sammy Taylor
His last 4 before that, he kicked 2 each week. His last 4 against North, he's gone 2 goals 1, 2 goals 2, 3 goals 1, and 3 goals 2.
That's just scoring
so
shots.
The form is unbelievable. We've said it before. He'd kick 100 goals a year if they played every game at the Igloo. He loves the cold conditions. This is an awesome leg, $1.53 for the big fat cock Lopez Shag and Derek Jeter.
Love that, boys. Give us goals. We just want to put this on the menu. So North Melbourne suck. So if anyone's new to the program or they haven't watched North Melbourne,
First time watched on YouTube.
they're no good. So what happens when teams play North? They kick lots of goals in them. So we're just going to put a few different goal kickers in here. So this is like the grade 6 kid going up to the prep kid, kicking him in the nuts, taking his lunch money, and just buying himself a paddle pop. This is Jake Stringer for 2 goals at $1.43. He is the bully, and he bullies bad sides.
Yep,
and for anyone that's new, North are a bad side. So that's why he's in there for 2. He only kicked 1 against them last year. But his last 4 before that, he kicked 5-4-3-2. So he absolutely loves North. Under the lid, it's going to be nice and cold. Jakey Stringer type weather. The package, the parcels. Welcome.
One of those two, or Lang Jesus, could get off the chain for 6. 5 or 6. What did Mackay kick against North on Good Friday? 6.
6 and Harry was 4. Charlie was 4.
Charlie's 4. Yeah.
Oh, no, Matt was 5 and 4.
Big Peter Wright, like his height, similar to Harry. He could get off the chain. Lou, I got no more
Who's he
legs.
play on, Big Ados Core?
Yeah, Big Ados.
Oh, Corey.
He took a holding of Max King the other day, old breast mix. So.
Oh, breast milk.
My voice broke.
Your voice.
Give me the choir boy, does Andy McGrath, 20 touches, $1.30. This is fucked. Last week it was $1.29 for 20, and he had 24. This week it's $1.30. So work that out. I said it last
Against
week.
North. One was GWS, one's North Melbourne.
He's having a career year. He's just signed a new deal. He's 100% on his last 5. We love legs that are 100% in their last 5. 20 touches for the choir boy, $1.30. Anders McGrath.
I reckon that could be a good 10K punters leg. Andrew McGrath, 20 touches against North.
The only thing about half backs, now that he's a defender, Zorko the same. Is the ball going to be down there for him to have 40?
They just bounce off.
That's fair.
As soon as they see you win the clearance, you fucking bounce. You go.
Bounce away.
Get involved in that offense.
Boys, we've got to take a little bit of value here. So we're looking at someone exactly like that, boys. Coming off the back line. I know the team isn't any good. For anyone that's new, North aren't good. But we're going to take Nick Martin for 30 touches. So this is $2.12. So this really pushes up the multi. So last time he versed North, he had 32, which is above 30, Jev. Put that a tick. Earlier in the year against the Saints under the Igloo, 44 touches. Oof. So that has gone over, and he's hit 30s last 3 weeks. Love the way that he's playing. 30. He's getting it, but they're not afraid to switch, are they? So they'll just come back, and then he'll get it through the middle. And I just think 30 touches, $2.12, he could just bully them and just get so much of the ball. He's one of their best ball users. And
takes the kick-outs.
Yeah, and Essendon the last couple of years, what they do really well when they're going well, everyone gets a lick of the ice cream. They all get touches. Like, you look at the stat sheet at the top, it's like all like high 20s and then a couple in the 30s, usually Merritt or Martin. I love this. $2.12. If you love him, fill your multi with it, $2.12. Jeb, anything else?
Nothing for me, but great leg. Nick Martin. The Bombers fans want him in the pyramid. I don't think he's a pyramid player, but 33 weeks in a row, 44 under the lid early in the season, 30 under the lid against the Giants last week. Like, that is a good leg. $2.12 is golden dust.
It'll be fucking cold in there.
Yep.
He'll have long
Is
sleeves.
the big freeze there?
Yeah, the big freeze. No, it's at the G. Anything else?
No.
All right, so we're going to get into so we've got 2 games to go. So we're going to be doing something different, which Jev is going to explain as we get into it. But boys, Port, Adelaide and Hawks. By the way, the Sunday slate games are awesome for multis. They are so good. Who do you like?
Give me Willie Rioli for 1 goal at $1.17.
Okay.
1 goal at $1.17. $1.17 is great.
That's fantastic.
Kicked 4 last week against the Cats. Probably could have been about 7. He was on fire. He was running in as the siren went. He gave off a set shot. There was a pretty good look. He was on fire. Looked super dangerous. The last time he didn't kick a goal in Adelaide Oval was round 5, 2023. It's now round 10, 2024.
Correct.
Yeah, wow.
So I can't believe I'm getting $1.17 for 1. That is just good value, Lou.
What about Big Elbow Das singing the song with the Hawks last week?
The big elbow.
Oh, and easy.
Did you see that?
Did he?
Yeah, he was singing the song with the Hawks.
Did he?
Yeah, I'm looking forward to next week. Apparently Kevin 07's playing in the pocket with Wizpick 5. Can you believe that? Give me Jason Horne-Francis, boys. $1.40, the horny cunt. This bloke, he will win a Gary Ayres medal before he's dead, Jev.
The best finals player.
Yep. That's the sort of player he is.
Nice.
He's not the sort of player to win a Brownlow in my eyes. I think Butters will win all the Brownlows at Port in the next 5 years. He'll win a Gary Ayres medal like a Sam Walsh. Pencil that in. Put on my grave. 1 goal, 1 last week. 2 goals, 1 the week before. He hit 1 goal, 1 in each of the last 3 times he's played Albanese's Hawks. Sunday leg, $1.40. I love it. He's burnt me on the touches before, but we're going to snag. $1.40 is incredible. Socks up, elbow.
The socks up, Dust. I can't be the only one that thinks he looks like an overgrown midget.
Maybe he's got a long body.
Yeah, I just reckon he looks like an overgrown dwarf.
Yeah, maybe.
It's a last show.
Yeah, come on. If you're thinking it, if you want Jev to make the meme of him,
Wonder we don't have a sponsor.
Yeah,
No, I've got.
No, we've been good today.
No, I've got the meme. I've got I know what he
Wolf
looks
of
like.
Wall Street. You know, he throws him in the target.
No. That classic British pub video where that dwarf walks through. It looks exactly like Jason Horne-Francis.
All right, boys. I'll be taking no real gags here because this is just cash. Zach Butters for 25 and a goal. So for 20 touches at $1.20, for a goal $1.77. This is for the Brownlow resume. As we did mention, they've got Hawks and then they've got North. So watch for him, especially him at home. His goal last week, it was just Will. He just kept running onto it, got a good boot to it, went through. Early in the year, he was kicking a few goals as well, so we'd love to see him go through a little bit more, hit the scoreboard. You feel these players get a bit of a sense of where they are and like how much impact. Like, obviously, they're not there for individual awards, but you can sort of sense, and the ones that have been kicking goals over the last few years tend to get those awards.
Leading the competition in bounces.
Yes,
the way
he
he's
is.
breaking away from stoppages at speed.
Cuts.
Every time he gets the ball, he like hits full speed. He's a fucking gun. No more legs from me. Lou?
I just had a really weird thought.
Yep.
How many threes last year did Heaney poll?
Bugger all.
2. No, maybe not 1.
No, he had a shocker.
The more I think about Butters, the more I like it. Because there's going to be games where we thought Heaney had 3, but Warner got the 3, or Errol got the 3.
For sure.
I think Butters is the bet.
Das, this is rumbling and a tumbling, this
I know.
bet.
I got him again at 21s.
I'm going to see if my nan has any super left. It is all going on Dak.
I've got one more leg, Jeff.
Give it to me.
We'll take the man who is Nick Watson. Did we see him last week? 10 touches, 7 score involvements, 2 goals. Probably should have been 4. This is at $1.56. Now, I've still got this mission to go back-to-back with him because I can't believe that he's taller than me. For anyone that doesn't know how tall I am, so let's go through the top 10 smallest in the AFL at the moment. So Jake Bowie, does he look small on TV? He's taller than me. Lachlan Murphy for Adelaide, Corey Durden, Liam Baker, Charlie Spargo, Jake Rogers, Bingett Daniels, Cozzy Pickett, Caleb Daniel, and Nick Watson are all taller than me.
They can't be.
So when you look at all them on TV and you're like, he looks like a midget, apparently I'm shorter. So I can't believe that. So as a visual representation, like that, I look at them and I look how little they are. There is no way they're taller than me.
I fucking love you, but if you were on TV on the G, you would look minuscule.
A bit more barrel-chested, I reckon, than the Wiz.
Thicker maybe, but definitely smaller.
Oh,
I'm sorry to say.
He'd look like Dion Prestia on TV.
You reckon?
Meet Jesus, they'd call me, I reckon.
Meet Jesus.
Do you reckon I should change my name to Meet Jesus? Put it in the comments if you wanted to. Nah,
Don't.
that's it. Last game, Jev, you're going to have to talk us through it because there is an unbelievable white whale. I just know this thing is over the top. So loud in the earplugs. Boys, last game, Eagles, Melbourne.
Big final.
Jev, are you going to explain what everyone else is doing or are we going to go over the white whale first?
Go to the end. I'll go last with the white.
I don't have a leg.
You go. You got a leg. You got 2.
I'm interested to see what you think about this, Das. Melbourne head-to-head. $1.17.
Yeah, they win.
I reckon $1.17 is fucking awesome. This is a gift, I reckon. Wet toast, more competitive, definitely. Especially at home.
But.
Melbourne have won their last 9 at Optus Stadium. Not at the MCG, Das. At Optus Stadium, including the grand final against the Dogs. If you need any more than that, I do not know what to tell you. I'm just taking the $1.17 for the head-to-head tick.
Perfect. You got another one?
Yeah. Max Gorn anytime. www.gornhub.com.
Nice.
He was my best bet last week. $1.87 we got last week. Kicked an unbelievable snag in the wet. Get the same this week. $1.87. He's kicked a snag in each of his last 4. He's the All-Australian ruckman, friend of the show. $1.87 is fucking hectic considering the form. Gorn Hub. Love it. $1.87. Good value.
I don't have a leg, but those two are awesome. I did love Fritsch as well because I just love the Bailey Fritsch, but he's not in there, boys. Jev, I believe you have one big leg for us.
Now, before I get to the white whale.
Okay.
So, for some reason, it doesn't usually happen on Tuesday night. So, from Tuesday, there was no disposals for this game, West Coast Melbourne, and no disposals for Port Hawthorn. So, we've only read out 21 legs on this show.
Yes.
Still got room for 4 more legs in this 100K.
Yep.
They have to be disposal legs in Port Adelaide versus Hawthorn, West Coast Melbourne. We want your help. In the comments, just comment your favourite disposal leg in those 2 games, and hopefully they're probably going to make the 100K. So we got to fill. It's only 2,000 to 1 right now. We got to get 4 more legs to get it to 10,000 to 1. So we need disposal in that game. But the white whale,
Donna.
it has to be Christian Petrarca, 3 goals at $4.80.
4?
That is so juicy.
$4.80.
off.
His 5-goal performance last week was just something else.
Unbelievable.
It was an absolute weapon, wasn't
Yes.
it? Don't know if you heard David King this week.
Did he?
But it was that good that now Melbourne need to find more midfielders they trust.
Yes.
So he can play more time as a Jason Dunstall, straight out inside the 50 by himself, one-on-one, like forward. Like Dustin Martin did in his prime.
Yep.
Remember in 2017, 18, 19, 20, the only bloke in the 50 would be Dusty. They'd get it down there quick. It was all over. It was goals. It was snags. You two Blue supporters, you were terrified of him last week when he was
Shattered.
on fire. So we're taking Petrarca for 3 goals, $4.80. West Coast last year, he goes over to Optus Stadium.
Here we go.
He did.
29 touches, 3 goals.
Yep.
29 touches, 3 goals against the Eagles last year. And is there a better team to find, like, the midfielders you want to trust so he can play forward than going over and playing West Coast right now? So I think no Elliot Yeo, the kid will be in there, the kid.
Oh, I just realised what scares me. No, McGovern's out, isn't he?
Coming down, is he?
What about Barras?
If Barras stands next to Petrarca, he's got the bigger fucking arm.
I'm sorry, but Barras is not agile enough to go with the truck,
They'll
man.
just kick along the
Yeah,
ground.
just kick to grass.
We love Barras,
They
but
put like a Duggan on him or something, it's all over.
It's all over.
Yeah.
So we're
white
going to
whale.
take him for 2, but like 3 at 480 is just golden.
Fucking awesome.
He is a fucking weapon. Chris Petrarca, 3 goals, 4 hours 80. One of the best leagues in 100k history.
I love it, Jev. So that is all we have for now. So as we said, when you listen
4
to
legs
this,
remaining.
When you listen to this, we need your input because this will get put on while we're watching the 100k Footy Cup on Friday night, and then the multi will be released on Saturday morning. You guys will have all the copy bets, everything ready to go.
with the same game multi-links into the Patreon. And for those that are just avid podcast listeners, when we say in the comments, this show's on YouTube. So if you feel passionate about a league, flick over to YouTube and let us know.
Give it a comment. All right, but what we have so far, we'll go through it. So this pays, pretty much $2,000. So we got 21 legs, and here we go. So we got Jordan Dawson 20, Taylor Walker anytime, Ed Richards 20, Tom Green 25. It's good so far, boys.
Yes.
Charlie Cameron 2, Hugh McCluggage 25, Lockie Neal 25, Dunkley 20,
Yes.
Sarong 25, Mason Redmond 20, Stringer 2, Peter Wright 2, McGrath 20, Nick Martin 30, which
Come on.
is 212, Jev. Awesome leg. Willie Rioli 1, Horn Francis 1, Watson 1, Zach Butters 1, and then also we have Petrarca, the white whale for 3, Melbourne head-to-head, and Max Gorn for a goal.
Yes.
So we got 4 more legs. So ideally touches in Port Hawks, and we want West Coast Melbourne.
Final 2
Some
games.
touches there, and then the multi will be released Friday, Saturday morning.
Yeah.
Love it.
All the copy links will be up really early. So that is the multi so far.
Can't wait to get people involved in the comments. I can't wait to see how people justify what leg they're going to put in the
And then
100K.
if we use
Little
your
pinch.
leg, say there's like 3 of you that want Horn Francis 30, and we're like, all right, we put it in there. When we do good legs, bad legs, we will put your name next to it,
And
whether
like
it was a good leg or
roast
stiff
you.
leg.
A roasting.
No.
Well, could be. Hey, that's good, boys.
That's awesome.
We have a new segment, I believe, Morgs.
Do we really?
I think so. It's on the run sheet.
What is it?
Mailbag.
Morgs'
Yes.
mailbag.
Yes.
Was that not on your run sheet?
No, I didn't have that in
Tony's
the
run
run sheet. It's a loose run sheet.
Yeah.
I put a story out today, Das, and I've been wanting to do it for a while. I probably left it a little bit late, but I got some great questions.
Let's
here.
go.
So Morgs mailbag. Don't know if I've got a.
Also, the Ramble's coming up.
Oh, of course, the ramble about 10 minutes away. First question from Daniel Price is Jev on Mosh.
I read that. No, I'm not pricey. Fuck you. That's very good.
One for the both of you. This is non-footy related, and I like that because I did post that. I said, both of you, what's your go-to hangover feed, and when your best way to get rid of a hangover?
Oh. KFC doesn't really cure it, but
It tastes good.
that Hungry Jack's large ultimate double whopper with cheese, please, is also good.
Unfortunately,
dense.
I'll tell you what I've been having lately because Uber Eats isn't easy to get to my house. Legit just eggs and avocado on toast. I know it's boring.
That is boring,
but,
but
it's fucking good. And a swim at the beach, unfortunately.
yeah, that's fair.
I find
Oh
it,
no,
yeah.
the Cocoa Bella chocolate
Oh,
milk, coconut
yes.
milk.
That's
That is the
awesome.
hangover cure. Full of electrolytes. That cures you.
Something about a cold shower though, because it feels like it's waking you up, but you're just drinking in liquids as well. So I love a cold shower.
Got to drink in liquids. Nick Sharpo, Jev and Dobe. Who wins a flag first between North and St Kilda?
North.
There you go. Prime Heaney or Prime Cripps?
Yeah, so this is depends what priming, because this is the only question that I saw and I was shattered. But because I did it, I just wanted to make sure if I did talk about Cripps, I wanted to have. So I don't think Cripps. So it depends what you're saying prime. So is that a season? Is that a patch of games? Because
he's
if
in his prime
if
right
we're
now.
saying what Heaney has, I don't think Cripps has had this stretch of like 10 games in a row where he's got all of. So if that's a prime, but all I want to say is the best prime like game that we've ever had, we've seen Cripps play. So Brisbane versus Carlton, round 12, 2019. Brisbane was 7-4. Carlton were 1-10.
Yep.
Brisbane went on to finish second on the ladder that year. The Blues had only won one game, and we were getting flogged. We were down by 37 points, and then Cripps decided to have 38 disposals, kick 4 second-half goals, 16 contested possessions, 9 score involvements, and literally run it off his boot. So
game.
that is the best prime game I can remember. We all went out. We went to college lawn stuff that day. We got absolutely mangled. So I just remember that game. And, like, that's a fucking good game. I'm sure Heaney's kicked some big bags of 5, but that's the best prime game that Cripps has ever played.
That's fair.
Isaac Heaney had 22 touches, kicked 5 goals, 4 last year, but that was against the Eagles. We won by 200 points. So I'll give you that game. He's had a fucking good stretch of 10 games to start this season.
Like, consistent
He's
as.
leading the coaches' votes. He's like the highest rated champions player. Cripps has won a Brownlow. Isaac Heaney's about to win a Brownlow. We've seen Isaac Heaney grand final day, but he hasn't had a big day grand final day yet.
Yep.
We're yet to see Cripps pass prelim
Yeah.
final
He's had
day.
a couple of good finals.
I think it's a great question. I think it's a bit of a pick your poison because
Sure.
I
They're
love
different players.
I love the brutality of Pat Cripps
Yep.
and just how physical he can be sometimes. But I've never seen a more talented player like the way he jumps and marks a footy and the way he can kick the footy at the moment and he's goal kicking and he's a one-time All-Australian forward. He's kicked 40 goals in a season twice, but now he's taken himself to the midfield. He's nearly the best midfielder in the comp, Isaac Heaney. I actually don't know the answer to that
Yeah, but
question.
sort of-
I'll go Heaney, you go
Yeah, we're
Cripps.
sort of dancing on the fence, but that's the game that I remember. I was just like,
Big
your
final.
team finished second on the ladder, and you literally dismantled them. So go Cripps.
Let's quickly get through these. Rank these: Max King, Ben King, David King, Jake the Push-Up King, and Stephen King.
David King's first.
100%.
Yeah, David King's
Can
first.
is Liver King in there? Did you
Liver
say
King can be in
No.
there if you want to put him in.
That's fucking funny.
Stephen King's
Stephen
near the
King.
bottom. Well, Max King's at the bottom.
So both the Kings.
I'll go
stiff.
David King, Jake King, Ben King,
David King.
Stephen King, Max King.
Liver King.
Breast milk.
Ben Mathis says, Jev, do you sleep with the nightlight on?
And a hot water
That guy.
bottle.
Who does he go for? The probably Tigers.
Mitchy Worm, Das, this might be for you. How big is it? Don't need to answer that. Connor
Do you want to
O'Brien,
know?
02.
Oh, boys, say when.
Gives a Davey Roden.
Connor O'Brien, why is Reece Stanley still playing for my club? Has to be on the myth list.
So he has photos of Chris Scott's
Wife.
and brother, Brad. And so he said he would release them, but the only way that, because he can't just terminate him, because he's on matches.
Right.
So that's why he's like, you still have to play me. And that's why they subbed him out
Right.
within the first 5 because he's like, I need my matches. So they go in, they get booted. He's like, fuck, all right, now quick, you're out.
He got those
Let's
photos
play.
from Joe Watson.
Yeah.
That clip will go around on some WhatsApp. Don't know about this segment. Finally, asked Jev to say sorry to the Hawks fans for slamming the Wiz selection after Saturday. The Wiz is back.
Not a fucking
Wiz is
chance.
back.
Charlo.
I'm not saying sorry.
So that's
No.
Morgs mailbag. We'll bring that back in about a year or two.
Nah, 3 weeks.
Yeah, can we do it?
Final.
Give us some real good questions. Like
I left it too late. That's on me.
That's good.
Ramble,
100K versus the bookies.
of course.
100K versus the bookies. So, Jev, you've asked for what is the best line that we can find, not from a dealer.
So I want us 3 just to take the bookies on head to head. So they set lines. They give you points. They're $1.90 to $1.90. I want to beat the bookies. So we're gonna present this by PointsBet. PointsBet are going to sponsor this one.
Are they really?
They're actually not going to give us any money. We're going to put $100 into the PointsBet account.
Okay, welcome.
Right, $100.
Free plug.
You get a $30 line bet. I get a $30 line bet. You get a $30 line bet, and then we put 10 on the multi of our 3 lines.
Yeah.
So what is your best line of the weekend, Lou?
Melbourne minus 29.5 at $1.90. I love the D's. They've won the last 7 at Optus. I'm leaving last week out the wet. I'm not including this. I think they'll trial some things, as you said, with the midfield, track up forward. I think this is almost a bit of an audition for some of those midfielders to get more midfield minutes. I think they could come out. Look at the weather, 28 and sunny on Sunday. Melbourne minus the points, 29.5. Cheers.
For me to go?
Yeah, your best line.
You'll probably hate this, but I've gone Blues plus 12.5. Only reason, to the last 10 times we've played each other, it's been 5 and 5 split. There's been some big ones for us, some big ones for you. But I just think with McCartney out as a big key defender, I just think that every single other game that you guys have had this year, it's either been like just big blowouts. I think it's almost due, even if you guys win. But I think it's going to be close. I think it's whether we get in on top early, it's like, all right, we actually have a bit of a dogfight, and then you guys almost might play a bit more situationally, and then it does stay a little bit closer. I think just over that 2-goal mark as well. If there was 11.5, I probably wouldn't have taken it, but you just get that extra point. I think it's going to be a cracking game. I reckon almost like when we went to Collingwood, it's just like this almost lives up to it. I just feel it's got a lot of hype around it, and the fact that we can just take over a 2-goal buffer for either side, like we have that there, I just like that one.
I think that is extremely sharp betting, Das. Plus 12.5, plus 2 goals. When you're the close game kings, you always play close. I know the Swans are sort of blowing teams out, but the Blues will know that. They'll want to keep this close. I think that is smart betting, the 12.5. Boys, I have to take Brisbane minus 43.5 at the Gabba against Richmond.
This screams 100 points, doesn't it?
In what world are Richmond covering that 43 points? They lost to the Lions at the Gabba round 16 last year by 81 points. Their last 4 games, they lost by 91 to the Dogs on the MCG, 54 to Freo on the MCG, 43 to Melbourne on the MCG, and 39 to West Coast over at Optus Stadium. In what world are they covering that 43.5 points?
Told me.
That is the bet of the weekend. So we're going to take the D's minus 29.5, the Lions minus 43.5, and the Blues plus 12.5 in a multi. That is us, 100K versus the bookies this week on PointsBet.
Beautiful.
And one, because we're getting into this game, I reckon another sharp side to be on, because the Ramble's going to continue.
Has the Ramble started?
Yeah, but we are now here for the Ramble. So now we're going to go on to the Thursday, Friday night games where we're going to just toss out some legs.
Another sharp side to be on is Gold Coast.
Yes, Jeff.
Plus
You
4.5.
took my thunder.
Plus 4.5 against the Cats. Read this out loud, Lou.
So much has been made of Gold Coast's stunning record in Darwin. The Suns are 5-0 since mid-2022, the most recent win coming last week when they belted the Roos by 68 points.
They're 5-0 in Darwin. Jeremy Cameron's not coming.
Hawkins
Pat
isn't
Dangerfield isn't coming. And Tom Hawkins isn't coming. And they're the underdogs. Take that 4.5 points. Even tease it up to 10.
Oh, I like
You're getting
this.
$2.10 head-to-head for the Suns. I reckon they're morals.
I think this is
awesome.
something I finally have to say. We're going to do a reel of it, but I really should write it down. But primetime underdogs on Thursday, Friday night this year has been fucking unbelievable. Like early ones, so Saints over Collingwood in round 2, Carlton over Brisbane. There's been some massive
Carlton
ones.
over Melbourne. We were a lot of people said we were favourites, but we did start.
No, we weren't favourite. We were $2.
Yeah.
And then both of them won last week. But so there's so many primetime. Yeah, Port won. As much as you don't think that it's right, but even looking at both of them, there's a definite world where Gold Coast win and Carlton win. And you're like, fuck, there's the money. But
last year, the Suns, this was at Heritage Bank Stadium, but the Suns beat the Cats by 20 points last year. Round 3 last year.
Can I just give out already the best bet in this game? Sure. After last week, if you still hit and you have a lot of work to go on, our man Big Glutes, Jed Walter kicked 2 goals 4 up there.
Yes.
2 goals 4. It's usually $2 on the dot. It's $2.85.
Kidding.
So with your multis like that, and did you watch the footage of him at the end of the game? He was just running, harassing. Like within the final minutes of the game, he looks so strong, so fit. It's like he adapts to that hot weather. So Jed Walter, I can't believe it. He's kicked 2-1, 2-1, 2. This screams almost 3 goals as well. So I'm gonna have a look. Like he's gonna take the game by a scruff of the neck. Oh my god, 3 goals is $7.50.
That is starting to.
Big X3 is forever known in the crocodile.
Yes,
And
we'll call him Croc Walters.
Croc Walters is great.
That's awesome. Nickname.
this is the best
Please
multi.
victory.
This is the best multi in that game. So we're taking Gold Coast to win at $2.10.
Great.
We love that. We're taking Jed Walter for 2 at $2.85.
Yep.
And then this is what. So Geelong's midfield isn't that good, especially without Pat Dangerfield. What they do is they like winning the ball back from the back half.
Yep.
They're super quick, they're super skillful, and they reload from the back half. This is what the Port Adelaide midfielders did to them last week. Butters 34, Wines 33, Drew 27, Horn Francis 26. Then it was Zach Guthrie at 24 for the most touches for the Cats. We are taking Gold Coast head-to-head, Jed Walter 2, Noah Anderson 25, Matt Rao 20. We're getting 6-1 for that multi.
Nice.
That's awesome.
You even chuck Flanders in there as well.
Flanders.
I love watching what guys have done, especially we got a sample the week before. The weather's going to be the same.
Yes.
They're going to do the
Sticky,
same thing.
100%.
This is a massive danger. Remember they beat them last year, round 2 or 3?
Round 3, yeah.
I know it was at home, wasn't TIO, but I just think this screams, and Morgs for you, Joel Jeffrey, 25 touches at 410.
No, do you know what upsets me? Geelong struggle against the small forward. Can you imagine if little Rojas was around?
Who mentioned this? You
No, we
mentioned
mentioned on the
yesterday.
roast.
So maybe
Rojas.
Skinfolds, Ben Ainsworth, I'm not sure, but they
Or
struggle with smalls.
The young kid from Sand Dragons.
Jake Rogers? No,
Jake Rogers.
Jake Rogers.
If Rojas
Or
was
Bailey
playing,
Humphrey.
Rojas would give
Bailey
Chris
Humphrey
Scott a
playing?
migraine.
Jake Rogers for
Jake Rogers,
$2.
$2.10.
Jake
He's
Rogers for
just
2
small.
goals, $7.50 as well.
Yes, this is good. This is real
forward
good.
quite-
Benny Ainsworth, he
Yes,
always pops up going
Skinfolds for
$1.60
one.
for
That's
one.
awesome.
This is good
How
stuff.
smart are we?
How smart are we?
That's awesome. Next game. So, boys, this is the 100K Cup. So, we've got 8 bottles of wine, 2 ear piercings on the line.
Double or nothing job.
And we will be doing stuff for the game, as we did mention. What do you want us to see do? I don't know. Like,
Is this still the ramble?
yeah, this is all part of the ramble. This is everyone's favourite bit of the show where we can sort of just kick back like Howie and
turn
just
it
go
off.
over. So, Blues, this is one for everyone. If the Swans, if you like them, take them 1 to 39. That's at 2.12.
Yeah, it's
Carlton, if you like them,
Nice.
Yeah, that's
take
really
them to
good.
win 1 to 39. That's $3.
Well, no, he's
great.
taking to win at 264.
But if you want, like,
they might not blow.
I don't. We're not going to blow you out.
I'm not sure how many pesos you're throwing around, but could you have 50 on both? No team's winning by more than 39.
I like that.
50 on each, you win.
No, you just take Carlton head-to-head, Swans 1-39. You win money.
Yep.
Or are we overthinking
Unless if it's the draw.
Oh, you're not betting for the draw. You just cop the draw, Das. For fuck's sake.
Yeah, we do.
You're better than that.
46-1.
Yeah, have $2 on it.
So I reckon Cripps and Heaney are going to go head-to-head.
Yeah.
Remember last year when Cripps was on fire, Heaney went to him and played on him? I reckon they're going to go head-to-head.
Do you reckon that?
And it's going to be fucking awesome.
Do you reckon they will?
I reckon they're going to go head-to-head.
Or do you reckon they're just going to be like, nah, system, let's keep being our damaging player? Or does Warner just go...
At stoppages around the grid, or just
stand next to each other.
It was stoppages. It was like wrestle with him.
Because Cripps was dominating. That's the first time we saw Heaney go to the midfield last year. He was the only one strong enough to go pack Cripps.
Yep.
I reckon he's going to go head-to-head. I reckon our new tagger, James Jordan, we got him from the Ds, usually plays on half-backer. I reckon he's going to try and run with Sam Walsh. Might be the impossible task, but I reckon on the smaller SCG, someone can actually run with Walsh. I reckon James Jordan's going to go to Walsh, and Heaney and Cripps are going to stand on each other. Then who is it? It's Chad and Errol versus... Who's playing?
George Hewitt. Like, George Hewitt will have to go to someone.
Do you reckon he'll stand on Chad, or do you reckon he'll stand on Heaney maybe?
Well,
I just hope we don't do the old Nick Newman to Errol or something like that. Remember we tried that in the final.
When he sat back, he had a pretty good finals though. He was having like 28s, 30s, and like when he was sort of floating and marking, intercepting, and then he can go off. Yeah, I just find our team so bizarre because it's always like we get a couple guys together for a week and then they're gone, and it's like we don't have Cottrell this week, so it's just like it gets shuffled around. But if for a Carlton Nuffy one, Walsh for 30, he's had his last 7 games. So that's $1.37. So that's already one if you're liking it.
Tom Papley's kicked a goal at the SCG's last 23 games in a row.
23.
And then I'll tell you a matchup. It makes me worried. I think Nick Blakey is going to have to play on Harry Mackay. I think you're going to see Nick Blakey on Harry Mackay. I think you're going to see Tom McCann. I think you're going to see Lewis Malikan on Charlie Curnow.
So does that mean if we want to get rid of him, we play Harry deep, keep him there, and then we get Charlie up the ground? So then that way Lizard doesn't have as much of an influence coming through the middle.
Yes. I reckon he's torched the Blues a couple of times.
Fucking oath.
But we're probably going to play Robbie Fox, but we're a bit undersized without McCartan, and Aaron Francis just isn't up to it.
He's not a swan.
Frankese.
He's not a swan. When you look at him, I message you so many times. I'm like, when you talk about the Bloods culture, Francis isn't it. Like, he doesn't look like he's meant to be wearing the jersey. Don't you reckon?
Yeah, you don't like it, do you?
Nah.
So what do we like?
We like,
but this is.
Can I give you one? Last week I said.
So do you like Harry for more goals? Do you just think he gets deep and gets
but then Curnow could get a hold of Malikan as well. Like, we're getting $1.50 for Charlie to kick 2. 2, 2, 3, 3, 4. I don't know when the last time he hasn't kicked 2 is. But he only kicked 1 and 1 against the Swans last year in the final, then round 11 when we got a hold of the Blues at Sydney.
I was thinking, do you reckon...
Kick 6 against us.
Do you reckon teams do this? You know they always say there's seasons within a season.
Yeah.
So do you think like a coach like Voss is like, all right, we have what we want to be playing at finals, like that gameplay, but you don't want to show your hand yet. So it's like, all right, we almost have a game plan for that first half of the year. So it's like our B plan, and we hope we win, and we're just going to hope that we can stack wins to make finals. We're going to save that for later in the year. And then if it doesn't, then we just have to go for it and try and win. So I'm almost interested to see how we're playing now. Because, I'm like, fuck, we got so much improvement. I'm like, this can't be the way that we're going to be playing going forward. So I'm interested to see if, like, you slowly see a wrinkle in that. Maybe that was Curnow coming up the ground, or maybe we do that for a few more weeks, and then he goes back down. I don't know, but you can't be playing the same the whole year, and footy always changes. But I just hope in this game it's absolute football, like finals, umpires get away from the whistle, let them play. Hope there's a bit of, like, physicality in it. You let them go.
Friday night.
Yeah.
So if we were to make a bit of a multi, what we sort of like, so you like Walsh for 30?
Yeah.
Papley anytime?
Can I say why? Because he gets to so many contests.
Runs like
and he's the best player to cheer for in a multi. Because he's going to have a crack.
He's going to be around the footy.
Yeah, he's not going to tire out.
So, what do I say? Walsh 30, Papley anytime, Mackay 2, Goulden 25, Warner for 20, And then Chad Warner for a goal. Kicks one every single week.
Did you want Cripps for a goal?
No, what I like is Brodie Grundy.
For a snag.
For a goal?
Bet on Ruckman against the Blues. I'm telling you, have him for 20 at $2.20 and have him for a snag at $6.
20 and 2.
There you go. 20 and 1. 20 and 1 club.
I like
Not in the
some
multi.
of that.
Bet on Ruckman against the Blues, I'm telling you.
We're getting 9-1 for this
It's awesome.
little multi we had here.
10-1 if you power play, which you would.
Do you want a power play?
No.
We get money back for any leg fails.
Beautiful.
Sure.
That's the ramble.
That has to be the show.
Has to be.
If you're still watching, remember, we fucking appreciate it. Take a photo, post a video on your Insta story, tag us, we'll
Please.
share it. We want to get around you. We want to get new followers, new listeners, new subscribers. Be a friend, tell a friend.
And I'm sorry about the intro. I buggered it.
How the fuck did we not add Matt Towies for one in that multi, by the way?
You can go in.
You going?
Little Toe Rogan. Little Toe Peep. He kicks a snag.
$1.32.
Next
dirt.
week, that's good.
Toe dirt.
We probably should have spoke about this beforehand, but exciting next week. Got some guests in the house.
Oh, yeah.
Oh.
Wally, Leggy from the Honest Beers.
Yes.
You would have seen.
They're good, man.
You obviously would have seen their own pod. We've been on their
Done
pod
a lot
couple
of work with
times.
them, yep.
Wally would know him from all the sports bet ads. They're both very funny lads.
He's captain of the Grubs.
Captain of the Grubs.
Grubs 11.
So
Which is just
You've seen the
massive.
sports bet ads. Like, he's the captain.
He's the ninja on the sports
He
He
bet
was
ad.
him.
Yeah.
He's one of the funniest guys you'll ever meet.
They are live in studio with us next
cannot-
Tuesday.
if you knew where this was and how it all works,
So if
and
you
the
could
fact that they're coming
You
here,
can see the back, like if we
It's
flip the
fucked.
camera, so this isn't actually a studio. This is Morgs' kitchen. So
which is awesome.
I know Jev's laughing, but this is like unbelievable.
Morgs'
So
living room.
Morgs' wife, beautiful wife, Georgia,
What's up with it?
she's currently in the bedroom reading a book with earphones in, just so she doesn't have to listen to this rabble. But this is the future of betting podcast.
behind the scenes. So their studio, I reckon they would pay probably $2.5 each episode to get
What?
it fully edited, recorded in the studio.
What do we pay?
The whole shebang. I said to Leggy, I said, "You're on our show. We'll come to you though. You don't want to come to this hellhole." And Leggy goes, "No. You always come to us. We'll come to you, and it might be a little bit cheaper." And I want to say, fucking damn right it will be, because this is in my fucking kitchen. So next week, it's going to be huge.
Yeah, so
Do they know that it's free?
Here?
Yeah.
Fuck no. I haven't told them it's free.
They won't be listening to this.
300 each. Shit, no one is. So next week, Premiership Pie is back.
Yes.
Stock market is back.
Yes, it's back.
The Ramble is back.
The ramble will always be
The
back. from
Ramble
here
will
on
be
out.
great
and
next
Wally
week.
can ramble.
Wally will really
and we
ramble.
can't wait to build a multi with them.
Also, we are very happy to bring out. We're designing now, so it's ready for next Mother's Day and Christmas. We're bringing out our own 100k sundress.
Yes. Yeah. It's like Homer Simpson when he puts on all that weight.
We'll send it out to your mothers as long as you send us a photo back.
And for Leggy as well,
camera
because we
before.
should give him a little love. He's a Saints supporter.
Oh,
So if they lose this week, it's going to be great to have a Saints supporter on. So come loaded, Jeff, because he's going to cop it. A Porto.
The Porto. The triple Bondi is up there with one of the best burgers of all time. Now, like we said, if you guys want...
how long?
An hour and 4.
That's all right. Just tick over the...
The hour?
Again, I'm sorry about the intro. I buggered it.
Swans Carlton, the 100k Cup, double or nothing, ear peers, 8 bottles of Pinot Noir. This is fucking great. Who you got to ask? How much?
Blues by 87. Nah,
80.
Blues by 10 points.
I reckon the Swans by 12. I think the line is the perfect number. Swans by 12.
Which means we cash.
Chile! Baby back ribs.
Ribs.
Chances are you're about to lose. For free and confidential support, call 1-800-858-858 or visit gamblinghelponline.org.au.